Half a day is what I took to make this documentary's intro. And throughout the process, I think I found the reason why I made this film. It's very simple. I want to show you the reality of freelancing. The first story starts in Singapore's Changi Airport, where we met Nicole, a freelance digital marketer that will be stationed in Europe for a project over the course of 4 months. But this is not her first rodeo.
Okay, there's a lot of stuff right now. What are the feelings?
I'm scared. I don't know. It's gonna be cold. Yeah, I don't know. Let's see.
Let's see.
Let's see, right? Yeah. What? I don't know. Let's see. I don't know what else to say.
Then, who is with you today?
My mom and my dad.
I'm Dan. Nikki is my daughter. She's flying off to work in Estonia today.
How do you feel about her going to Estonia for such a long time?
I think we are all pretty used to it already. She's been flying around since young and she's been away for extended periods of time. And this is actually it's very common for the family. She goes off for a few months and then she comes back, sometimes off for a year, and then she's back for a while. And now she's off again.
I'll see you in May. Estonia?
You coming?
Of course. Yeah.
Okay, tell me when.
Yeah.
Then I can prepare my place. What, you want to go to the conference?
Yeah, we might.
And we did. We flew to Estonia a couple of months later to get a glimpse of what Nikki's life is.
I did an office job 10 years ago when I was 19. It was my first job in between poly and uni, and that's when I realized I cannot sit in the office. I guess it's a really young age to realize that, but I was like, I just can't. And it was like killing my soul. And I've been trying to search for something more and more than that like work is a part of your life, but it's not the only part in your life.
And Nikki's search led her to Estonia. This sovereign state in Northern Europe is a highly developed country. As of 2011, is one of the fastest growing economy in EU. But wait, I have the same question as you. What is a Singaporean doing in Estonia?
Because I don't want to stay in Singapore. And it's like tech and startups, and this is the world's first digital society. I wanted to see like, what was it going to be like? What is it like?
Sure, the old town of Tallinn, Estonia is beautiful. But what's so special about this European country? Perhaps we should ask an Estonian in the tech industry.
I come from Estonia, which is a tiny country. I call it the Singapore of Europe. It's today the most digitally advanced country in the world, and a lot of entrepreneurship. To be honest, when I started, thinking back, this was a country which in 1991 regained its independence from Soviet Union, which occupied the country for 50 years. And every person in the country had to start with basically 15 Singapore dollars.
As it turns out, Nikki is working for one of the many tech startups based in Estonia.
Yo.
Even if it's exciting, I wanted to find out a freelancer at every point working in a place that's so far from home.
When I first got here and you don't know anyone and you want to go have a beer and you don't want to be that loner and drink by yourself, and you realize like, okay, I don't know anyone to go and have a beer with. No, it never gets easy to say goodbye to anyone, in fact. With my family, yeah, sometimes I feel bad, like I'm not there for them, you know, and things like that. But I'm just, on the other hand, it's kind of like, I can't just stay because of you. You know, I will end up hating you and resenting you if you tried to make me stay. I mean, of course, if you're sick, I'll go back and take care of you. There's no question about it. I'll fly back from wherever I am in the world to do that. You know, but if there's no reason for me to stay, no big reason for me to stay, then no.
I encourage my kids to go abroad, to see the world, and if they have to work there, they have to work there. Like I said, Singapore is too small a place, so it's good for them. And for her, the one who worries most is actually her mother, like I said. Yeah, she's not the typical Singaporean, and mother always worries about, why can't she settle down with a normal job. But to me, that's fine with me, so it's okay. I think eventually mommy has come to realize that she's like that. She likes to travel the world.
Let's go get coffee. Why do you have to be there at 9 a.m.? Why can't you be there at 10? I mean, if you look at the way that Singaporeans work, an 8-hour working day, you're only productive for 4. Unless you're in some advertising agency where you have just so much work and you have to keep doing it. If not, on a normal day, if you really go study, people are productive for 4. So, if they're only productive for 4, then why don't you just let them come in for 6 hours? Then they'll be even more productive because they have time off. And they would have a better work attitude,
We started actively working on a culture of trust because of the flexible arrangements and because of how people get to work remotely, and we realized that having clear communication at all times is really, really important. So we work really hard on our company culture and to make sure that everybody communicates clearly and honestly and people are aligned with their expectations at all times.
This was Maria from Jobatical. She shared with us Jobatical's working culture and how her company works with digital nomads such as Nicole. We then went to Latitude 59, a flagship startup and tech conference that Nicole has been working on for the past 4 months. This was it. Her 4 months of hard work.
Tiring. My taxi took forever. Forever. I was so pissed off. Luckily, from my place, it's literally a straight road here. So once we got in, it was that's it, I'm there in 5 minutes. But it took forever to come today. It's everyone's taking a taxi today.
What's all the...
I don't know, don't ask me. I didn't even know they were doing this. I'm annoyed. I've been waiting here. And I don't have time to wait here.
Like any major event, there were a few hiccups.
I'm not perfect. Okay, I will gladly admit that I am not perfect. But if you hired me for a reason, right?
Overall, watching Nicole work was kinda scary. Her bubbly character that we knew was gone, and she had this intensity in her eyes. But do all freelancers share that intensity and drive? I guess we'll find out.
I don't know, it's something about being in Singapore that's so restrictive for me. Just the vibes of the place, you feel it, you cannot really explain it. And maybe it's the culture that we grew up in as well, that if you don't work in a big multinational company or a decent company, it means that you're a failure or something like that, and I'm just yeah, but that's not how it is, that's not how it's supposed to be. I wouldn't mind coming back for 4 months next year because it's not a long time and it's working towards something I believe in. And I've seen the power of what it can do. And I like it. I like how it brings connections together and people together and the things that you explore and the things you get to learn. I like it, it's cool. It's really easy work environment as well. The team is awesome, the culture is awesome, the office is awesome.
More people are gaining more freedom to live and work globally as they choose, and that's fantastic. And that is going to happen whether or not we have e-residency, whether or not Estonia decides to support them. So the question for us is whether we want to be part of that change or not. And we really do. We want to serve this growing population of global freelancers. We believe we can offer them real value from our digital infrastructure, from our public services, and in return we believe that we can benefit from that too. So we're committed to supporting this growing population.
I mean, I don't know where I'm going, and I'm very curious to see where I end up, but I don't know right now, and I guess there's some comfort in not knowing. that anything's possible and you can just go. You're not tied by too many things. Yeah, this is that freedom and that you can be anywhere you want to be, do whatever you want to do as a digital nomad. You can decide what you want